How Yin's doing over there? Hi, I'm Larry Fitzgerald, wide receiver with the Arizona Cardinals, and if you're watching this show, I have no clue why, because these guys have no idea anything about football on the championship chase.
This is Championship Chase with Ty Miller, Dee Thompson, Tom Plungeon, Liz Costa, Kerry Cleary, Jonas Cheney, and Brian Cook.
As a former coach, what exactly is a trap game?
Well, it's the games that you play where your expectations are to win. You're favored, by a large amount, and you go in there and your players play to the level of the competition. And unfortunately, that is the name of it. I mean, it happens on a weekly basis in all sports, and it happened. That's a trap game, and it's difficult to get your players ready to play when they know the expectations. They're looking above and beyond. Where in a Jets capacity, all they had to worry about was their Super Bowl. That was the next game, and that was it.
AFC North Tracking on Championship Chase is sponsored by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency.
Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Hi, this is Rocky Blyer. This season, keep yourself safe and healthy with the flu vaccination in your game plan. It's an easy thing to do to make sure you have a winning season.
Brought to you by the Allegheny County Health Department and the Allegheny County Immunization Coalition.
Can I come out? Is it okay? Is it clear? That's what it's been like when you root for the Cleveland Browns. You've had to hide. You had to be in the shadows. But no more. You had to stand at meetings and go, my name is Ron Gerard. I'm the G-Man, and I am a Cleveland Browns fan. I'll see you next time.
I'm going to tell you about the newest addition to Heinz Field, the guy who may be the second coming of Willie Parker, and the black and gold team we hardly knew. But first, this week's opponents, the New Orleans Saints. They have been one of the NFL's best the past few years, but did you know that back in the 1980s, the team was so bad, they were known as the Aints? Oh, here's the name right here, actually. That team had 1 win and 15 losses, and their quarterback was Archie Manning, the father of Peyton and Eli Manning. And finally, we say goodbye to another black and gold team, the Pittsburgh Power. The franchise began to play back in 2010 and was one of 14 Arena League football teams. This past season, they had their best record with 15 wins and 4 losses. And in 4 seasons, they were 33-40. The franchise says all season ticket sales from the 2015 season will be refunded in full. I guess you could say the power is out.
Some people would see that as putting individual over team. Would you obviously disagree with that?
I don't care, to be honest with you. I really don't.
This is a team sport. This is not an individual sport. And okay, if you're in the playoffs consecutively and it's the last game of the home game and it doesn't matter and you have a streak going, go for it. But when you're the Pittsburgh Steelers and you're playing like they're playing, it is a team sport, and that's what we need to be teaching these kids. Not that this individual streak is more
Are you
important
kidding
than
me?
the
I
one.
have to disagree. Like, we need something to hang our hat on. You got to throw us a bone, Angela. Like, sheesh.
Not an individual
Throw
streak.
us a bone. It's not about being individual. It's about keeping the fans in the game. That keeps excitement going amongst people. It made me excited. We couldn't get a whole bunch of streak of wins together. Can we get a streak of something?
Ask the fans if they want to see a streak of wins or a streak of catches.
But you can't choose that. But we could make that catch happen, keep the streak alive.
LC was a different kind of athlete in playoffs and the Super Bowls, right?
Well, definitely. LC, basically, he was called a game-time player. He hated practice. But game time, he was a warrior. and one of the probably greatest defensive end, and probably should be in the Hall of Fame.
What kind of a guy was Chuck? And were coaches then different than they are now?
You know, I mean, coaches were different at the time because they were taught differently. They came out of a different era than today, and they dealt with their guys. You know, and Chuck, Chuck saw himself, as we were talking about players seeing themselves and what they could do within their lives. Chuck saw himself as a professor, as a teacher. That's what he wanted to be. And so the vehicle was a coach.
Got to ask you this question because I'm sitting here looking at this hat now. I was thinking to myself, what inspired this hat? And I'm thinking there are a couple of reasons why you wear the hat. And maybe number one reason you wore the hat was maybe because of this, but it's too seasonal, so you can't. It's too seasonal, right? So you can't. That's not why you wear the hat. But then
it's
maybe you wear that hat.
Also. It's too
maybe you wear the hat because you wanted to be cool and do this, but maybe you didn't.
Nah, that's not my style.
Not your style. Yeah. But then I figured it out. I know why you wear that Stetson. Why you wear that hat. This is why you wear that hat, right?
No. Well, this is a Dallas Cowboy hat, and anybody knows that there's no love lost between the Cowboys and the Steelers. I wear this hat. Number one, I don't have hair, so I had to have a hat. Number two, I'm a horseman. I ride horses, and so it was just natural that I would wear a cowboy hat. So it kind of became my trademark. And this is the truth. If I can go out in public, and if I don't have this hat on, that's the first thing people say.
Where's the hat?
Where's the hat?